Frieza's about to get an ass whooping in which he's never seen before.
Frieza needs to get his punk ass beat. So, does anybody want to take a shot at recapping what happened last time, or do you want me to?
I'm going to look at my notes real quick.
You get a point of inspiration if you recap.
There was a couple slimy things that we killed, and a big boar. But on a serious note, though, God, what's that redhead chick's name? That redheaded shorter chick, Maggie. Yeah. So Maggie was like, "Hey, shit's going down at Grannies," and we ran to Grannies, and there was slimy thing, and then we ran into Morgan, and we killed him too, and then we said, "F that giant bird, we're gonna run inside this house." The end.
Yeah, Morgan attacked us too. I think we killed him.
Out of context, you sound like a rambling fool.
It's kind of what I go for.
Get in this context. Where you at?
Where am I at? Currently sitting on the couch drinking rum.
All right. Don't get too plastered. We got a game ahead of us.
I'm sorry. All I heard was get plastered.
I was gonna kill that fucking bird though, regardless.
I mean, the bird was still asleep when you guys went inside the house. If someone wants to go out and kill it, great. But if you're going to do it, you need to do it now, because if it wakes up, it's going to fly away.
Yeah, and that's what we should let it do. Fucking fly away.
No, it's going to kill us.
This point of contention from before.
That's 2-4. Only one against Terrell. Go stab it in the head.
Oh wait, what am I doing?
You're gonna go kill that fucking bird.
I ain't going nowhere near that fucking bird.
There you go.
Fuck. Alright, I'm running in the goddamn house then.
It's like, hey, people like, we're gonna go kill that goddamn bird. And I'm like, no, just everyone get in the house, and we can let it fly away. And everyone's like, no, we're gonna kill this fucking bird. There's nothing you could do about it. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm the one who cast the spell at it. I could dispel this at any point. I could just let this shit go, and you could be outside with the bird. That's your own agenda, all right?
Dude, Chez is on a serious mission to kill a lot of us, so I'm not giving him any more opportunities.
I'm not on a mission to kill anybody.
Yeah, he's the bird flying away with.
You're right.
Hang on. There we go. That's my icon.
Vectors.
Yep. All right. So, Maggie is dead, cut down by Morgan, who was then cut down by you. Morgan was silent the entire time he was fighting, up until someone killed him. At which point, just before he died, he said, "What's going on?" and then collapsed.
Because he was mind controlled.
You also killed. You discovered that Maggie. Maggie discovered that when you went inside the house, she found out that Gibbering Mouther was once her grandmother.
When Immelrith runs in the house, he wasn't in there. He didn't see Morgan or hear anything about his death. So when he runs in the house and he sees Morgan's skewered body, and he looks over and he sees Maggie's body as well. And then he looks back over and he drops down on his knees and he screams, "Morgan, no!"
Well, they're all evil. We should kill them all while we can.
Every single time anyone says the name Morgan, it reminds me more and more of that freaking stand-up skit that Randy Feltface does about Morgan.
I never trusted him. I knew it would come to this.
It was obvious he was a bandit.
Why would a merchant
laughing like a possessed baritone?
When Oscar mentions the beautiful duet they had. You see a tear drop down Imra's face. Morgan, why? Grail's one thing, but not you.
No. What about Maggie?
Oh, Mac,
What's that,
yes.
Maggie? I mean,
She is badly cut up, and Morgan landed several direct strokes with that scimitar that got through her leather armor, and she would have died from blood loss by this point if it wasn't for the vicious cut along her throat. She would the other wounds would have been enough to kill her, but the throat cut was all that took to finish her off. She lies in a pool of blood, which is slowly starting to dry, sticking to the carpet beneath her. Nearby, mostly gathered around Not Apotham's feet, is Terrell's feet, is the remains of Granny. Now a pile of flesh amid which sits pieces of woolly cloth that might have once been a robe or gown of some kind, or work clothes even. But whatever they were, they are no longer being worn by a human body.
Can I search her clothing and possessions to see if there's any indication as to where she has been or where she came from recently, or any clues as to what may have caused this?
Roll an investigation check for me. Okay, yeah. On a 16, you don't find anything on her person that indicates where she might have been. These a further sort of investigation reveals that these are in fact work clothes of some kind, although they were not the hempen sackcloth that is used by many of the villagers.
can I check out the big pentagram? Is that any spell that I'm ever seen before or anything?
So on the floor, scrawled in yellow and orange chalk, is a pentagram with a set of runes in each end. Roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
You don't speak the language. You don't really comprehend exactly what's happening here, but you do recognize the runes as deep speech.
Didn't one of you guys learn that deep speech or something? Something like
I'm
that?
gonna step away. I need to be right back.
Sure.
Deep speech? No, not
I
deep
thought somebody
speech.
knew a word or two. Maybe I'm mistaken. I wouldn't step in there if I were you.
In Lady Bespicha.
Yeah. The pentagram still hums with whatever foreign. I'm sorry, not foreign. That was the wrong word. Whatever strange power ripples through the chalk.
I'm just imagining what foreign power looks like.
The
can
coronavirus.
I-
Oh,
Oh!
racist! That was racist as shit. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Immediately blacklisted on YouTube.
So you're not
Video
learning
taken
anything.
down.
I'm sorry, YouTube.
No, that assumes anybody watches our videos.
That's fair.
They're the-
Bots don't even care about the videos that
Yeah,
are being
just
made
us.
here. Just us.
Every
It's
video
only
gets
us.
6 views. It's each one of us.
666 views, all us. Wait a minute.
Can I check out these other doors? Maybe we can find other clues in this house.
Sure.
Which way does the
This
hinge
door
open?
it opens inward. So towards.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It opens towards the room you're about to enter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's unlocked. There's a desk in the northwest corner of the room, a small metal chest along the western wall, a bureau in the southwestern corner of the room, a carpet laid across the floor, a bed in one corner, and several sacks of what appear to be wheat in the northeastern corner of the room. It's a small, unassuming place with wooden floors and a thatched roof that smells vaguely of. It smells stale in here.
Apotham, you're in here too. I definitely want to try to like pick the chest immediately. Is like the Oscar move.
I investigate the chest for traps.
Can I check it
The
for
chest.
magic traps?
I'm sorry. One at a time. Apotham, you find no traps on the chest. Immelrith, roll me either an Arcana or investigation check, whichever you prefer.
Got my cat fingers are like twitching.
How do I disable traps? Oh, that's sleight of hand. Or I just want to open the chest.
Okay.
Chest.
Just a tick.
What's in the
Immelrith,
box?
Immelrith, you get the sense that there's something magical in this room. You know the presence of magic. You know the scent of it. Something acrid that lingers over almost everything magical. And there is that scent in this room. It's very faint.
I perk up, and you see me sniff around. I'm trying to hone in on a location.
On a 20, you can tell that it's on the southern in the southern part of the room. But it's either the bed, the bureau, or the carpet. The chest itself is locked and will require a sleight of hand check to pop the lock. You will need thieves' tools or a dagger.
Gentlemen, that doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the box. Open it. Open it, loot it, and let's go.
Though. Do you have the tools, Apotham?
Yeah.
Fuck, he's more prepared than me.
The thieves' tools will give you advantage on that check. A 16 will do it. You pop the lock on the chest, which comes free without springing any sort of traps or anything. I'm gonna need you to move one square down in order to access the chest because you're standing around a corner of a desk. And roll me a perception check. Okay, you're good. Inside the chest is a collection of sackcloth work clothes, more similar to what the villagers wear. Outside, there is a small bag of 75 gold pieces. Well, it's not a small bag, but it's a bag of 75 gold pieces.
Okay.
And a strange-looking dagger with an obsidian blade. The blade is a dark black, struck through with whorls of gray somewhere in the material.
I grab a money pouch and pocket it just for the moment and to give to everyone else. And I look at the blade and I'm careful not to really touch it. I kind of wrap the blade around some clothes and very carefully pick it up without touching it. I put it on the desk.
Okay.
I looked to everyone. I said, "Hey, I found some money." I showed them the pouch. And I pull the pouch back out. I start giving out everybody money. It's like one of those things where it's like, oh, I gotta put this away while I pick this up really carefully.
12 and a half gold each, I think, if we split it 6.
About that, yeah.
So 12 golds and
silver.
5 silver.
Outside, you hear the fluttering of wings and a stricken hooting sound before you hear before the wings beat once and twice, and the owl is wheeling away into the air, leaving this scene of carnage behind.
Obsidian
Ilmarith is
dagger
not
might be
happy.
a clue. Well, who knows?
Well, let's make sure it's not cursed or anything first. Who's got our who can identify this item? This is clearly some kind of special artifact.
I can definitely have a look at it. Just unravel it there on the table.
I just kind of flip the cloth open and
And I'll throw my hand up over it. Move it back and
Roll me
forth.
an
And I
Arcana
detect.
check. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want to detect magic, go ahead.
Yeah. But that will take 10 minutes, so ransack the rest of the room. Oh, and don't go near the southern end.
what's wrong with the southern end?
It emanates with a strange magical power. Or at least be careful.
I throw a rock at the southern wall.
It bounces against the wall and lands on the carpet, but otherwise nothing seems to move.
Okay. I check the closet.
The moment you step onto the carpet, it snaps to life and wraps around you to try and grapple you.
Can I escape, artist? Is there a reaction or something? Is there anything I can do to like try to like reflex or something?
Let's see.
Nope, you die.
Nope, it doesn't automatically grapple you. It has to try and hit you first.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, don't worry. In 5e, the rules for suffocation means you like can hold your breath for eternity.
it absolutely does not get you. It rolls in that one. But we are going to drop into initiative.
You want everyone to roll initiative?
No,
Click
just
the
these
token.
guys. Well, yeah. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative, even if you're not going to act on your turn. Just depends on what they do.
How long does it take to start a fire with a tinderbox?
I'm going to say at least 30 seconds, just because it takes time for the fire to catch and start moving, and you have to get it out and get it set against something, and then start flicking it and get it hot enough to actually catch. So it's not just flick it open and hit it like a lighter. It takes some work.
I'm sorry, do I still have my temporary hit points from like Bardic Inspiration or something?
Yeah, I don't think they expire, as far as I know.
Am I supposed to have full health?
Hell
Bardic
no.
inspiration
Not from
lasts a certain amount of time.
Okay, let me look. For 10 minutes, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if 10 minutes
then-
has passed.
Yeah.
Question.
And then once you've used them, they're gone.
Yeah.
DM.
I'm gonna arrange people's turns. Botham, you're going after Terrell because you rolled an at one.
Hooray!
The Rug of Smothering, it's its turn at the top of the order. Again, it can't seem to get a grip on you.
That was not intended to roll.
What did you roll before? 8?
8, yeah. That was a misclick on my part.
No problem. Emilrith, it is your turn. The carpet is obviously alive and attempting to smother Apotham as some kind of magical trap.
Okay. So I'm very, very low on hit points. So what was that ruling? 10 minutes? Have 10 minutes passed since Oscar Meow may have...
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, thank you. So I have a little bit of hit points, and I see my buddy getting smothered by this terrible rug over there. And I'm going to maintain concentration on Detect Magic.
Okay. Maintaining concentration on Detect Magic does not require you to not cast any spells whatsoever.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Ritual casting, are you ritual casting it to avoid using a spell slot?
Using a spell slot, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you have to maintain that through the round. So that's your turn. Oscar.
I see you over there though, buddy. Hang in there, pal.
So Apollo's not grappled, right?
No, it can't seem to get a grip on
Okay.
him.
I'm gonna talk a bunch of shit about the rug. And I'm also going to while I'm talking this shit, I'm gonna try to interlace with the shouts about like there's a rug in here and it's trying to attack us to try to like alert the others.
You do get to alert them, but it turns out the rug is apparently immune to psychic damage. It doesn't really even acknowledge you.
Damn, the rug. I got nothing, guys.
I wish I could show you parts of the sheet so you know I'm not just fucking with you.
No, that's okay. I mean, it makes sense.
Do you want to move or anything?
No.
Okay. Gray Malikov, it is your turn. You hear shouting from the room to the south east.
That's my full move.
Okay. The door is open. You can see that a rug of some kind has apparently come to life and is attempting to strangle not Apotham.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and toss a firebolt at it.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna hit.
Yep, that's a miss.
Shame I didn't get that same roll I got on D&D Beyond because that was in that 20. I have access to 3D dice.
The firebolt goes a bit wide. You're trying not to hit Oscar, and the firebolt goes a bit wide and strikes the southern wall, leaving a scorch mark. But it doesn't. Well, actually, hang on. Evens it catches, odds it doesn't. Odds it didn't catch.
Yeah, it says fire damage. Flammable objects hit by the spell ignite if it isn't being worn or carried. So if it's not being worn or carried, then it will catch fire.
No,
if it's flammable.
this is treated wood. I was trying to just make sure. I was trying to decide whether or not she would treat her wood for use in the building of her house. And living out here basically by herself, I think she might have. I think there might be a lacquer. I mean, I think there might be a lacquer on it that dampens flammability.
All right.
Terrell, it is your turn. Again, you hear shouting from the other room, and now you see that one of your compatriots has gone over and thrown a firebolt into it.
All right, I'm just gonna like come right here and glance into the room, and I'm gonna see that Notapotham has gotten himself into some shit he probably shouldn't have. I'm gonna sigh, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Thanks.
Just
Notapotham, it is your turn. Note that moving off of the rug will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Is there such a thing as a 5-foot step in this?
No.
No, it's you can use your action to disengage, but if you're grappled, you have to beat the grapple DC.
He's not grappled yet. It can't get a hold on him. It rolled a nat 1 and then rolled a 7.
I stabbed the carpet.
Okay. I heard it roll. There it is.
There it is.
That is a hit. However, stabbing the carpet does not do as much damage as it should. It appears.
I poke a hole in it. It doesn't do much.
Does
Probably
not do
only 1
much.
damage.
It does 3 damage.
Okay.
That's half.
Can I acrobatics away?
Not.
No.
No, you have to use your action to disengage, and then you can, when you disengage, you can move out without provoking attacks of opportunity. But
So-
if you want to provoke attacks of opportunity against this thing, totally, yeah, you can just move your movement out of the way.
So,
from it.
so there's no such thing as tumble?
No.
Oh.
I mean, there is a way to tumble, but you have to sacrifice your action to do it.
Exactly,
Oh.
which is disengage.
Wait, no, you're a rogue. You can do it as a bonus action.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cunning action. Disengage is one of the things. So yeah, you can do that.
Bonus.
Yeah, bonus action, disengage. So yeah, I can do it.
Yeah,
You
that's what I'm gonna do then. I back up.
Okay.
There you go.
Dorman,
Fuck
you're back with us, yeah?
Yes.
Would you like to roll initiative, or do you want to just go at the end of this round?
I'll just go at the end of the round.
Okay. It is your turn. I'll drop you in at 1.
So what's with the rug?
It appears to be some kind of magical rug that was set as a trap in this room.
It's an awakened item.
Interesting.
essentially.
So we're attacking it then?
We have been.
It is certainly attacking you. I'm going to clear the corpses out.
That's a sentence out of context.
Okay, so from there I cannot see the rug, right?
Right.
Because there's the door. Alright, that was my movement. I'm just gonna go ahead and use use my action to move further, like over to here, and just like peek around the door if I can.
Yeah, you can do that.
Can I make an Arcana check to try to identify this thing?
Sure.
Figure out something that we can use. Nope, no, I can't.
You can't really recall. You can't put your finger on it. Not in the heat of battle. Given some time to think about it, you might be able to piece something together, but not right now.
So I just kind of poke my head around. Is that a moving rug?
The rug is going to move over here and attempt to grapple Oscar.
What?
Does a 15 hit?
Yes. 14 is my AC.
Okay. You are grappled. And there is no damage immediately, but at the start of your next turn, you will immediately take 2d6 damage, or 2d6 plus 3, as well as begin to suffocate. You are restrained and blinded until you make your escape check, which is an action. Make sense?
Yeah.
So this rug, it looks like it stands up on the bottom two tufts of cloth coming off of its southern corners, and it lunges towards you. It hits you and coils, and then flips over your head and
Not bad.
clinches down. Just sort of clenching itself around your head so that you can't breathe very easily. It is squeezing you to the point of pain. Imorith, it is your turn.
I'm not happy about that. Son of a bitch. I have a feeling that if I hit this rug with something, I'm probably gonna hurt Oscar.
Could be.
I'm just gonna I'm trying my best to do some relatively safe damage to it, and I'll cast a magic missile at it.
Okay, roll them. So that's 11 damage.
11 force damage?
Yes, 11 force damage.
Punch
Oscar, you
them
take
home.
5, and the carpet takes 6.
Okay. But
Emmerith, do you want to move or anything? It can't make any attacks of opportunity while it has someone grappled.
I'm gonna. Can I like slide around it and get to this part of the room?
Yeah. No, it's clenched closely enough around Oscar that it's not hard to get past it.
I'll try and pivot around it and
It
get
seems
down
to
here.
have lost all interest in anything except killing this cat.
Get in here and get Oscar out of here.
Oscar Meow, at the start of your turn, you take
I'm confused about the description of this attack says at risk of suffocating, but does that include suffocating? Like I don't know.
No.
What at risk
If
means.
you are smothered by the rug long enough to start suffocating, then you will.
Okay. So I take
But
8. Got it.
you take 8 damage as it crushes you. Like you feel bones being bruised beneath the powerful squeeze of this rug.
I
And
am
you
restrained.
are restrained, blinded,
I can
and
still do stuff. Yeah,
I believe so.
Restrained just says speed 0, pretty much.
Yep.
And attack rolls have advantage, and I have disadvantage if I attack. Blinded says stuff. Fails an ability check that requires sight. So yeah, I want to try to cure myself. I think this is not going well. And cure wounds is VS, verbal somatic, so I'm not deafened. So I'm
You're
pretty
not.
sure I can do
You're
this.
not. You're not deafened or silenced. You can absolutely do this.
Okay, cool. Can I do it up a level?
Sure.
Is it gonna prompt me? Yeah.
All right. So you heal for a total of 15.
He doesn't have to take like a concentration check or anything.
Nope. Concentration checks occur when you're maintaining a concentration spell and you are hit or otherwise interrupted.
Oh, so it makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't try to escape pretty much. With my action, I instead healed myself.
Okay.
Oh no, that's it.
All right. That is your turn. Gray Malikov, it is your turn.
My go.
Mhm.
Blast it.
All right. So anyway,
So anyway, there was blasting.
that is a hit for 1 fire damage.
Woo!
In this instance, you land kind of a glancing blow on the carpet, which is wrenching around, trying to keep hold of Oscar. You hit the carpet. It doesn't really sort of appear to do much damage, but it doesn't also do any damage to Oscar. So,
Cool. Blasting. That's really all I can do right now.
I felt the heat though, and I'm going.
Let's
right.
see. I'll go ahead and back up. So we still have an angle on it, but
gotcha. Terrell, it is your turn.
All right, I guess it's time to get up in here. Let's just do the old fun schwangle razzle dazzle there. I guess my guy wouldn't really know what to do, so I'm just gonna take a swing.
Yeah, go for it. All right. So this is kind of weird. That's a hit. It's absolutely a hit. You deal 7 bludgeoning damage. to which this thing has resistance. So here's how this is going to work. You deal 4 bludgeoning damage. In total, you deal 2 to the carpet and 2 to Oscar. I'm going to apply resistance, but I'm going to apply resistance before I deal out the damage.
Okay.
The carpet insulated Oscar, like it patted Oscar against the attack.
I'm still screaming though.
Yep.
It's like a cat in a rug, you know.
I'm done. I got nothing else I can do.
All right, it is not Apotham's turn. So go ahead, Dorman.
I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know what else to do other than stab the carpet. Like, I feel so bad, but like.
You hear the screams intensify in the rug.
So what about prying the carpet off? Can I like take like a oh no, that would be my action to take a perception check, wouldn't it? To see if I could use like a crowbar to pry it off.
I mean, I'm not going to make you make a perception check to figure out whether or not you can pry something off of something else with a crowbar. I'm pretty sure you understand the essence of crowbars.
Yeah.
That's going on Facebook.
So the choice is, do I hit it with a crowbar or do I hit it with my sword? I don't know what to pick. I guess I'll just stab it. No, I miss.
I hate to do this, but it's a nat 1.
I hit Oscar anyway, don't I?
You do. You do. Oscar, take 9 piercing damage.
What the hell? I take a step back and I'm abhorred at this point because of what I've just done. Like, I didn't mean it. It's terrible.
My cat legs are sticking out, and I'm like, doing the frantic cat clawing all around.
That did not work. I am no longer going to stab the carpet.
Okay. Dorman, it is your turn.
Okay.
I
So
didn't expect this carpet to be this much of a problem.
neither did another group that I remember that fight well. So who's the strongest looking member of the group? Like our group?
Probably Terrell.
Cool. I am going to dart through the door and immediately lose where my figurine is. And I'm going to slap a hand onto Terrell's shoulder and say, "You have the strength to get him out of there." And I'm going to cast Guidance. Cantrip.
Okay. Yep.
So I would just click that so you know what you're getting. Basically, you be able to add a D4 to any one ability check until I lose concentration or until you use the thing. Then once that's done, because fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right. It's the Rug of Smothering's turn. It's just going to keep its hold on Oscar and clench, refusing to let go. Amalrith, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my action to help Terrell, and I'm not going to move.
Okay.
So he gets a 1d4 and advantage.
So you're going to maybe like start to grab one part of the carpet so that he can help, or so you can help him pull it off.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Oscar, it's your turn. At the start of your turn, you take 13 bludgeoning damage.
I'm hissing and I'm kicking and I'm scratching and I'm trying to like back out of this rug roll. and then I just stop moving.
You go unconscious.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
It does not let go.
I was gonna
Gray
try to
Malakov,
escape, but not when I'm dead.
Gray Malakov, it is your turn.
I am going to continue blasting. Try to get this thing off. The only way I can, with failing fire checks.
That is a miss. Again, you hit the wall, and again, it doesn't catch. Terrell, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna immediately drop my warhammer, and we're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna attempt to grapple this bad boy, and we're gonna use
All right.
we're gonna use the insight check too, or yeah, whatever it's called. You know what I mean?
Guidance.
Yeah.
Yep. And you have advantage on that. So
It's a
You can
strength, I think.
yeah. So go ahead and just click your it's athletics. So go ahead and click athletics. That 18 will do it. So yeah, you tear this thing off of Oscar's inert body. Oscar is now free from its grasp, but is not moving. The carpet wriggles in your grasp, stretching back toward Oscar's body, certain the job is not done. Do you move or anything with it?
Can I move with it?
Yeah, it's a carpet. I mean, it's gonna struggle, but you rolled an 18.
Can I attempt to drag it out into the main room?
Sure.
All right, how far will you give me?
Half your movement speed.
All right, well that's 10. 15. That's half right there.
All right, it's dragged out here. Dorman, don't worry, it is not grappling you. Apophis, it is your turn.
Can I stab it now without hurting anybody?
Yes.
Okay, I stabbed the carpet.
Okay.
I missed the carpet.
You miss. It is flailing around. It is tough to get a bead on it, especially with a precise weapon like a rapier. Dorman, it is your turn. Matt, are you muted?
God damn it! Yes, sorry. I'm eating, so I don't want people to hear my chewing noises.
No, I hear you.
So yeah, I said I'd take a couple of steps back. I fully expect to eat an attack of opportunity. That's fine.
Okay. I think it hits, which means you're grappled and you can't really move any further than 1 square away from it. So
Okay, does that deal any damage?
no, but at the start of your next turn, you'll take 2d6 plus 3. If somebody doesn't get it off you before then.
1 second, please. I need to double check the wording of something.
Do I still have it grappled?
No, that could be damage. Okay.
You do partially. You've got like one corner of it in your hands, and it's flailing around. It's gotten its partially around Dorman. You'll have advantage on getting it off of him if you want to when you get a chance to try that.
Word.
So I don't think this will work, but am I capable of Eldritch blasting it from the inside?
Yes.
Sweet. In that case, yeah, you hear me just kind of muffled sounds and like wiggle my fingers and Eldritch blast. How the fuck do I miss from the inside?
Trying to get your hand up to fire off this flailing, grasping carpet as it squeezes around your midsection, basically starting to crunch something under your armor, and you can't get your hand up in time. It just doesn't By the time you get your hand up to fire, it squeezes, and you feel this awful pain as you take. I meant to roll this. You take 10 damage.
Cool.
You feel this awful pain, and it throws off your aim.
So, fun fact, as my reaction then, since I've taken damage, that was 10 damage, I'm casting Hellish Rebuke at 2nd level with my Tiefling thing.
Yes. What's the DC on that?
It's a Dexterity saving throw. DC, I believe, is 13.
It passes, so it takes half damage.
Cool.
Which is still going to be full damage because it's got vulnerability to fire.
Sweet. 2d10. Actually, it's 3d10 because it's 2nd level.
Does it share too?
Say what?
Does it share the damage too?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm homebrewing this a little bit because it doesn't make sense that it would like forcibly share all the damage with somebody inside the carpet unless they did something to like that would ostensibly damage themselves. This is a hellish rebuke. It's just a burst of flame that sort of washes outward, and does 8 damage to the carpet. That seems to really hurt it. The flames rise in pain as the flames wash over it.
Get off of me!
What is your athletics score, Terrell? I'm not Terrell.
Athletics is 3.
Okay, so this has. I'm gonna make it roll a DC 13 strength check to get out of your grapple. It passes. It wrenches itself free of your grasp and clinches entirely around Dormant, moving up this way. You'll have to grab it again with no advantage this time to get it off of him. Immelrith, it is your turn.
Gonna see how beat up Dorman looks in there. How you looking?
Not good.
Oh, not good. Okay.
I said tonight was mostly going to be investigation. I forgot about these two.
I mean, I can't really do much without hurting him, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'll try and move up and maybe assist Terrell if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, so right there. I'll grab
You
this
rush-
side, you grab the other.
You rush over and offer the aid action. Oscar, make me a death saving throw, please.
Oh, is that
Right on the money? Right. Nope. Right on the money.
Okay.
That's a success.
Just
Gray
barely
Malakoff.
not.
Phantom?
Yeah. Sorry. Totally not paying attention when people say my character's name.
I
Go back
understand.
up. Action. I'm gonna back up. And be like, nah, away from that thing.
Okay.
And seeing that I use my action to do that, I don't really have anything else to do.
Okay.
So simple turn.
Terrell, your turn.
I guess we should try to rip it off him again.
Yeah, I'm not the person to do that. Definitely not.
All right, same thing. Let's just pull him off again.
Roll with advantage.
Oh man, the highs and lows.
Oh, I love those rolls. Yeah, you yanked the carpet off of him in time. And because you rolled a nat 20, you get an attack on the carpet.
All right, it's just unarmed because yeah. So
I
just
got you.
ignore the damage on this. Oops, I rolled twice on accident. My bad. It's the first attack.
The first attack, that's a 9. That you can't get a good leverage, and your punch just kind of glances off the side of it. So, but that is your turn. It is grappled by you. Wait, no, it's grappled. You have advantage. That does hit. You punch the carpet. So
My,
roll
sh- my, sh- my sheet
unarmed
on
damage.
my sheet on D&D just says 4 for unarmed strike.
Yeah, it's because
Yep.
your unarmed strike damage is straight up 1 plus your strength.
All right, so yeah, 4.
All right, you punch the carpet. It doesn't do as much damage as you think it should, but it does seem to be losing its. It's like you see like these puffs of golden sparks flickering off of the sides of it. It's like you punch part of the magic out of it. It is no longer wrapped around anybody and is free for the killing.
Real quick, I don't know if I should do this to myself, but does being inside this pentagram do anything to me in the carpet?
I was too worried
Oh.
about that, but didn't say any. Oh no.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I really want to see where
Roll.
this goes.
Yeah,
There's a reason I avoided that part of the room.
roll me a
Yeah,
Constitution saving throw. You pass.
I'm pretty sure I'm on that thing as
He's
well.
been
so,
on that thing for a bit.
Yeah, so
You're
I
on
should.
the edge.
He's on the edge.
I mean,
what about
so
the
is
what
other
about
guy.
the carpet?
The carpet passes Constitution saving throw as well,
Oh, I didn't see that. My bad.
which is a great sentence.
The carpet passes his Constitution saving throw. God damn it.
So,
We need the teacher
So-
for that one.
it is not a pop monster.
The Essence of Crowbars by the Mountain Goats.
Holy hell!
I guess
Damn
I'm gonna.
you!
Can I stab the carpet safely?
Yes, you can stab the carpet safely. Everything about this carpet is funny. Holy shit!
Now,
This was a slot
I
machine. I
think-
would have won.
Oh, lucky sevens.
are there any windows in that other room that the carpet
No.
came from? There's no windows?
No.
Really? What about the room that we're in?
Yes, there are some windows toward the northern edge of the house.
Okay, well, I think I have to ask the nearly unavoidable question in this scenario, which is, do the carpets match the drapes?
No, they are badly mismatched. Like,
Okay.
the carpet is this sort of deep brownish green color, while the drapes are bright red.
Oh, okay.
So,
So it's Christmas theme.
but yeah, no. If this was Crisis Core, even not Apothon, you'd be in real good shape. But that doesn't hit.
That's a
Dorman,
shame.
it's your turn.
Okay, Dorman turns and just snarls out something in Sylvan as he casts Eldritch Blast because fuck this thing, that hurt.
That is a hit.
Sweet. That is 7. That's that right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's 7 force damage.
That is a solid hit, and the carpet writhes uncontrollably as the magic ripples through it, disrupting the magic inside it.
Yep,
And
that's about what I got.
the rug is going to try and grapple you again. And it does.
God damn it.
Wraps around you again, doing its best to sort of hold fast. It looks like it's about to fall apart, though. Imarith, it is your turn.
I mean,
Just hit it. That was in character.
okay, that's fine. We'll just hit it with a firebolt.
Okay. That is a hit. That is a kill.
Yeah, strangely, Imarith, or surprisingly, Imarith is not so worried about the carpet. What about the friend? Was it a kill?
Well, yeah, the carpet takes 3 damage and begins to burn. Dorman, you take 3 damage. And we're now out of combat, which means I'm going to give Dorman an escape check to get out from under the. I'm sorry, a dexterity check to get out from under the burning carpet before it does further damage, further fire damage.
Very cool.
You slip out from under the carpet quickly before it has a chance to hurt you or burn you. The carpet drops to the floor in a swirl of flame as the combination of fire and its already magical nature combine to destroy it immensely quickly. I'm sorry, very quickly. It's pretty much immediately a pile of ashes on the floor.
With that,
It's a really good thing you guys passed those Constitution saving throws. Like, I don't put many one-hit kills in my game.
Oh,
games.
gee, thanks, Chaz.
Well, like, I thought about trying to throw the rug into the circle, but we never really got to that.
I not to metagame, but we do have a heavily injured and slowly dying cat friend.
I'm gonna touch the kitty friend and give him 10 lay on hands.
Okay. Oscar? Yep, you cough and hack as bones knit and wounds close and breath returns to your body in a blessed rush.
Oh, I shouldn't have said such terrible things to that rug.
How is it that through everything we've already seen, the closest to death that we come is from an enchanted piece of fabric? Ugh.
Can I roll insight against Not? I'm starting to feel like he's trying to sabotage the party.
Yeah,
What do you mean sabotage the party? I'm not.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No,
No.
ma'am, isn't.
Conveniently sets off Rug of Death and then manages to escape the room while kitty friend goes down. I don't know.
He stabbed the rug a lot.
He
I
tried to
tried.
stab the rug a lot. I feel like he might have been pulling some punches.
Pulling some punches, huh?
I left out our hardest fight has been with a rug, and we have a character named Not with us. That's yeah.
Yep.
References.
So, the rug. I'm going to destroy the corpse just to get it out of the way. So yeah. What do you guys do next? Now the southern part of the room is open. The carpet is gone. I'm sorry. I should have designed a second version of the map with the carpet gone, but I did not.
What's underneath the carpet? Another carpet.
Well, Dorman is gonna walk around this circle here, studying it so I can make an Arcana check to identify what the fuck this thing is.
Well, I'll tell you, Oscar made an Arcana check earlier that identified the runes as. Yeah, you're good. He identified the runes as deep speech.
Deep speech. Unfortunately, I don't speak that.
Yeah, nobody in the party speaks it. Oscar has traveled enough to recognize the runes, so he doesn't know what they mean.
In that case, I'll just poke my owl face in there. Are you all right, Oscar?
I'm but as good as it can be.
So that's a no then.
I didn't think that thing would be so tough.
I don't think
I'm a little over
anyone.
half.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expects a rug. What was under it?
Nothing, I don't think. It must have been guarding the chest.
Has anyone opened the chest yet?
Yeah.
The chest has been opened. There were 75 gold pieces, a set of work clothes, and an obsidian dagger that Immelrith was in the process of trying to detect magic on when the rug attacked.
Yeah, Dorman, you might know something about that dagger. It seems like your kind of deal.
Well, I can take a look at it if you like. Fortunately, I cannot detect magic in the same way, but I might have seen something like it before.
Roll me an Arcana check. On a 15, you cannot identify what is magical about this dagger. There is something obviously magical about it. Upon closer inspection, the whorls of silvery gray material in the obsidian blade are very slowly moving as though they were liquid inside the blade. There is not much in the way that you can identify about the way it works, but there is a thought that occurs to you, and that is obsidian is rumored to be used in rituals that involve drawing the blood of divinity.
So
You've heard it in reference to perhaps the Fae. When one wants to draw Fae blood for a ritual, when one wants to really truly cut a demon or Fae or some being of otherworldly origin, you use obsidian.
So Doran will mention all of that, it's definitely magic of some kind. If you look, the silver is moving. If I had to hazard a guess, it's a sacrificial bloodletting dagger of some kind, likely meant to harm things not mortal, the divine, the profane, things from other planes, the Fae.
Oh no, Oscar, that carpet's live too. I'm kidding.
No!
Oh God!
Not again!
The curtains are alive.
Yeah, I was definitely
The
doing
blanket is
that.
alive.
The sacks of grain start coming alive.
The house becomes alive. The foundation eats us. The walls collapse
Yes.
in.
House of Leaves, D&D edition.
A broom grows 2 arms and starts trundling around, flooding the area, while a mouse narrates everything, or not narrates, waves a stick around.
It's the D&D version of the Roach Motel. Adventurers check in, but they don't check out.
So you've opened the chest. There's still the desk and the bureau to investigate if you want to. There's also another room you haven't checked, as well as some crates and chests in the sort of living area to the north there.
I'm already there, so I'll check the desk. I'll investigate it.
Okay. You find and investigate on a 9. You don't find much. There is another dagger. This one, the plain iron kind. Pardon me. The plain iron kind, and a sheet of paper that bears a set of runes similar to the deep speech outside. You cannot read it.
I will take the sheet of paper and just kind of fold it up, put it into my pack. I'm not hiding it. I'll show anyone who wants to see it. Tell them, I found roughly the same thing.
On the table, there are several. I mean, on the desk are several books, but they appear to be, one's a recipe book, just cooking stuff. The others are they appear to be journals of some kind. One is a book full of letters that Maggie wrote from when Maggie was still living in the city, apparently. Maggie, if you recall, is from Illyria, the city of Illyria, further south, and was visiting her grandmother when all this happened.
Dorman will share all of that with the group. We have these journals. We have, well, quite a bit of correspondence, it seems. This sheet, similar to those ruins. If somebody wants to take a look at these, feel free. If not, I'll spend some time doing it.
I'll say the girl. She was from out of town. She had a different perspective. Let's see her correspondence.
Yeah, Dorman will share them with Immelworth, and I figure the two of us together can start going through that.
Okay. The correspondence is a series of letters to and from a woman, and I'm sorry for this in advance, Matt. The grandmother's name was apparently Waxweather.
See, now I see that something's going on because there's no way she's dead.
Well, no, if it was Granny Weatherwax, that would be the case. This is Granny Waxweather, a non-copyright character that I definitely did not rip off from anywhere. Granny Waxweather was so. There's a few things that you find out from this correspondence. Maggie wanted Granny Waxweather to move out of Deacus Bend. Granny came to town in her younger days, much younger days, when she was still an adventurer, and eventually settled down after what Maggie implies was some kind of tryst with the head priest at the time, a man named Leroy Dram. So eventually, grandma settled down, and had a few kids who then moved out of Deacus Bend as they got older. But Granny was always kind of considered an outsider. She was not born here, and so the villagers, for a long time, regarded her with some caution. Maggie was very much not a fan of Reagan, who she thought snooped around Granny's house far too much. Reagan being the guard captain. She liked Decius, though. Granny liked Decius and thought he was the best mayor Deacus Bend had had in a long time, and that he was a stern and forthcoming sort that would set the city aright. The correspondence does not mention much of Opilia. There is not much in terms of discussion of religion there in the journals.
No mention of anything strange Maggie might have seen anybody doing. No, nobody named specifically besides Reagan.
Toward the end of the book, there is a letter that seems very odd. Maggie is not a formal sort. You can tell that from her writing. She uses a variety of common and undercommon terms in her language that gives her sort of the impression that she, once she moved out of Deacus Bend, she fell in with the rough and tumble gangster, the thugs and gutter punks of Illyria. But the last letter is incredibly formal, and in fact, it's too formal. Something seems strange about it. She talks about the time of day and the weather, topics which heretofore she seemed entirely uninterested in discussing. There is a particular sentence that seems needlessly specific, where she wrote, I had a meeting with I had a meeting with the Great Dane at 8 o'clock near the pier. It was a productive meeting that I think you should drop in on the next time we have it. And the letter ends. It's a it's a weirdly formal letter that makes very little sense in context of the rest of their correspondence.
That letter, is it dated?
It is dated to be about 3 weeks ago.
Maybe to the day? Can I try and infer when the 8 o'clock, what day of the week the 8 o'clock meeting was on?
Yeah, no, that's about 3 weeks to the day.
Okay. 3 weeks ago, 8 o'clock at the pier. The Great Dane?
The Great Dane.
Ruby, Ruby, Ruby.
Obviously, we're after some sort of dog man.
Do you
don't-
share that with anybody?
Don't share it with the cat man.
I honestly, I would like to think I'm reading aloud. Oh well.
Oh,
Well,
good.
shit. Well, I guess I.
Oh, no. That's fine. That's good. Apotham, roll me a perception check, please.
I click the button. I don't notice anything.
Yep, nope, that slips past you.
Fucking hell.
Turn on your
Technically, my
notifications.
investigation is higher.
You can roll investigation if you want. I'll give you that.
Oh, okay.
On a 13, you recognize Thieves' Cant when you hear it.
Wait, what?
As a rogue, you have access to this feature.
Oh.
The Spectre has spoken.
And I'm going to leave you on that note for just a second while I use the restroom. I'll be right back.
That's what that's called. Chesley posted some Shakespearean Thieves' Cant dialogue that was really interesting. I've spent a really long time trying to find it.
What? Where did he post this?
It was on Facebook years ago. But it was this really fucking interesting thing where it was like two rogues are basically planning a heist and they're looking for a fence. And they speak in completely plain terms the entire fucking time. But like one of them says like, I'm looking, hey, do you I can't even replicate how they talked because it was so unique, but it eventually like got around to them asking about, hey, do you know where, like, in translation, one of them asks in the conversation, where can I find? And the guy responds with, oh yeah, my uncle so and so is a good guy. He might be able to help us deal with those weeds, basically. Oh, so you do have an uncle? Okay, like shit like that. And it's like, it's just,
I love Thieves' Cant.
yeah, shit's so cool. But it's a dialogue.
I don't play rogues, so most of the time I just can't.
Waka 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 waka.
There's the sigh.
Well, I think it's kind of weird that you never play Wizards, considering that you can trip. I'm not sorry for the pain that I've caused.
My brain.
Oh man.
You would go there. Shame on you.
And I'm back.
I have so many
wait.
stupid jokes to tell.
It's great though. It really is. I mean, I
I'm
I
so
actually
sorry.
I don't play wizards that often, and I still can't trip. But that's because I have lots of feats.
Fuck you.
What the fuck is this? 3.5?
Oh, man.
This
Fuck it.
section took a 3-point dive, I'll tell you that.
You missed all the other stuff because you were gone.
Yeah. To get back to the point, Thieves' Cant is amazing. I love trying to actually talk in it, and I always fail.
You should ask Ches about that post that he made so he can find it.
He went to the restroom.
He's
He just got
back.
back.
He just talked.
No,
Catch up, Holmes.
not
Oh,
not
okay.
Apotham has
Not.
dipped off.
Then who was it that left the bathroom if it wasn't Apotham?
Chesley did. He got back literally a few seconds after Chesley got back. Apo said he was going. Then the 3 layers deep terrible pun, and then Dorman brought it back, and then you made a suggestion to Apotham to ask Ches about the Facebook, but Apotham's not here.
Well, looks like we're all gonna die.
No, we're not all gonna die. Chesley, did you make this map?
Yes.
Very nice. Dungeon Painter? I like it.
Thank you.
I don't like it. Fucking rugs.
Does it rug you the wrong way?
I'm wary of every rug now.
I want you to know I heard that, Phantom. Don't think you got away with it.
No, don't give him the attention.
Fell right into my trap card.
I like the weird, like, water painting or water paints style that the default Dungeon Painter Studio textures have.
The big
Like,
thing to watch
especially
out
the-
for is the walls that you like can't see. Like these are pretty good, but a lot of the walls are just invisible.
Honestly, there is a fucking whole series of add-ons that I used pretty much exclusively when making the other map. And they are, hold on. All of the FA tile sets.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No
Welcome
need
back.
to apologize.
It's too late to apologize, Alex. It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
to apologize.
Too late.
It's too late.
Hey,
All
Ches.
right. Hey, Alex.
Well, wait, no. Not my thing can wait till after the session because it's not related to D&D.
Got you. So going over that letter, you begin to recognize the thieves' cant in it, and it appears that Maggie was trying to get Granny to leave town.
Poor Granny.
I'm not going to go into specifics of it because I don't speak thief cant, and
Two.
I wrote that down just so I had a sentence to use. So, pro DMing 101.
She was trying to get her to leave town too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, I know. She did get out of town eventually.
Not in the way you'd expect, though.
All right. That just leaves the bureau to search if you want to search it.
I throw a rock at it.
The rock bounces off the heavy wooden door, and produces a hollow sound, but otherwise does not cause any further reaction.
I poke at it with my sword, and I just like kind of flip open one of the doors at length.
Move over to it.
Yep. Move over
Oh.
to the bureau, please.
Where is that? Oh, right.
It's right
It
there.
was. That's right. Okay.
You scratch your way along the lacquered wood with the tip of the rapier until you get to the latch, which you flip open, and then you sort of finesse your way into pulling open one of the doors with the sword. The door swings open. It doesn't take very much once it's unlatched, it kind of swings on its own even. And inside is another set of traveling clothes, a suit of leather armor, as well as a rapier and a dagger, sort of positioned against one end of the bureau, and a book, a thin little tome, a tattered, thin little tome, signed Lyral Dram on the front of it.
I'm gonna take the rapier and the book, and I
Okay.
look over to Dorman and Emorith, and I say, "Hey guys, I think I found something else." And I open up the book.
The rapier feels magical. It's got like a tingling sensation to it when you hold it in your hand.
Ooh,
Tingly.
I think this is magic too. Help!
Oh my, interesting.
Wait, sorry, we're supposed to be serious for this campaign, aren't we? Sorry.
You're fine. The serious, as long as you're playing serious when it's like super serious business, we're fine. You don't have to be serious the entire time.
Okay.
Super cereal.
You'll know
He
when it's
can't tell.
time to really buy in.
He can't. He can't tell
I wish
anything
I had
about the
pie.
rapier aside from the feeling he gets.
Not off the bat.
Okay. Then I tell him to just set it down on the floor in the middle of the room. I'll sort it for you. Just give me a few minutes, and I can cast Identify as a ritual.
I put it on the floor and let Emorith do his thing. I start thumbing through the book, and hopefully Chesley can tell me something about it after he finishes dying.
Not dying. Please don't say that.
Bless
Just got a
you,
couple.
I think.
I just got a couple of cheat games. I need to finish those before I die. A tattered, thin treatise on the goddess Ophilia, written by priest Lyral Dran. The dates mark the book as several decades old. Much of the book espouses tenets of hard work. Jesus.
Are you okay,
And
man?
austere living. I think so. Like it. I started coughing this afternoon, and it just hasn't. Like it stopped for a while. Now it started back up, and I feel like every time it happens, it's just that I've swallowed something down the wrong pipe. It doesn't feel painful.
Hey, you know
All
what's
right.
really bad for that? Talking a lot. You know what DMing requires? Talking a lot.
You know what we've got? A half hour left. Let's finish strong. Much of the book espouses tenets of hard work and austere living, as well as isolationism, claiming that all one needs, Ophilia provides. To seek else is to earn the gods' envy and eventual wrath, Dram writes. Actually, there's a handout for you guys. There are two particular passages of note amid the text that otherwise focuses on obeying Ophilia's will. The first, and I'm sorry these are long, I got a little carried away with it. Ophilia is the goddess of plenty, this you must understand. Through her we are made fertile, full, and hearty. There is naught that we require that the goddess cannot provide, and in return we become one with the harvest. There's a misunderstanding among some neophytes of our faith that the bounty is the wealth of food and natural resources Apilia's miracles bestow upon us. This is incorrect. We are the bounty, friends and faithful. We are the crop that has risen against all odds through the rotten soil of this imperfect world through Opilia's plenty. We are given lives of certainty and stability, and we thrive, and we grow, and we grow, and we grow. The second passage reads, I tell you these, friends, not in the service of some capricious spirit who never graces us with divine presence. Nay, I speak of Opilia, who visits us in our very dreams. You may see her there amid the shifting empire of sleep, and you may witness her fulsome glory as though she stood before you. She bears good fortune, the promise of certainty and fullness for ever and ever. If you see the goddess in your dreams, rejoice, for she is with you and she loves you. She loves us all.
Oh, that's only slightly horrifying.
So she's the one we've been seeing in our dreams, and that must have been the crazy lady I saw in the well. That did not look like a goddess
No,
of
it
any
looked like
plenty
something.
thing that I ever want.
No.
I don't know if goddesses live in wells.
Yeah. But she lives in our dreams. And I keep seeing this stupid thing every time I sleep.
Well, moreover, it describes her as fulsome and hearty, which does not describe the child you've been seeing. The child you've been seeing is gaunt to the point of emaciation.
Granny's grimoire. I'm sorry, I just noticed that.
Alliteration.
There's just something funny about the idea of like a little old blue hair, a shriveled blue hair with like this evil tome in her top drawer, right next to like her sewing box.
Yep.
Cookies, sewing, demon tome. Okay, I'm good for today.
Uh,
By the time you're done kind of going through the book, Immelrith, you'll have had time to finish your identify, your detect magic spell. There is an
identify spell.
Oh, it's a +1 rapier.
You can still give me all that flavor, please.
I'll
Well,
totally use that.
The magic coming off of it is decidedly in the enchantment school, going by the color, which is this sort of off-white aura. Moreover, it's not an immense amount of magic, but it's enough, and it's consistently coming off of the blade enough to indicate to you that this is probably a +1 enchantment. As a matter of fact, you are certain it is a +1 enchantment.
Rogue, I have a present for you.
I get really happy. I look and I go, is that what I think it is?
I pick it up gently, and hand it over to Apotham. Not Apotham. Cradling it between my middle and my ring finger on either hand. Take it, it's yours. Balances well. It feels sturdy. The tip is sharp.
Excellent. I put it in my primary hand and then put my old rapier in my offhand. I am now going to dual wield rapiers.
Do you have the feet to do that?
Am I? Oh, I don't have any feats.
So no. Like you can The way for you to dual wield weapons that aren't light weapons, you have to have the feat that grants you the ability to dual wield weapons that aren't light weapons.
You found that dagger in the drawer, though. You could
Yeah, you
dual
can
wield with the dagger.
you can wield 2 daggers. Yeah,
I thought
Or you can
rapiers
wield
were.
rapiers are a finesse weapon, not a light weapon.
But he can still use the light weapon in his offhand, regardless of the rapier in his main.
He can hold any weapon he wants in his offhand. Whether he can use it in combat depends on whether he has the appropriate feats to be able to pull that off. Dual wielding is 2 weapons that a weapon in your main hand and your offhand that are light weapons. They have the light quality. Rapiers have the finesse quality. The finesse quality allows you to use strength or dexterity to attack with the weapon. Light weapons, on the other hand, is a separate thing entirely. Rogues can use their sneak attack bonus on any weapon that that is light or has the finesse quality. This may be where you're getting confused. I'm sorry that I'm rules lawyering this thing. I'm just making sure people understand mechanics because I know there's been many a times where people have gotten confused between this D&D 5th edition and Pathfinder 2nd edition.
Yup, because in Pathfinder it's way different.
Yeah,
You can just have it with -6, and you just call it a day.
Yep, exactly, and it's the same. That's pretty much the same way it works as said Pathfinder 1st edition.
Okay. Am I supposed to have feats at my level?
No, not unless you're human. You get feats at 4th level.
Oh, okay.
variant human specifically.
Yeah, variant human gets a feat at 1st level.
So
Which is why variant human's awesome.
while all this is happening, Oscar, what are you doing?
I am curling on the rug and like licking my wounds.
Okay. What about you, Terrell?
I guess I'm gonna just start creeping over to this other door.
Okay. It is unlocked. If you want to try and open it.
Yeah, well, why not? Let's open it up.
There is another bedroom. This one looks much less lived in.
Fuck it. Let's go straight for the chest.
Okay.
I come around the corner and go, no, the carpet! And I just start stabbing it.
The carpet does not respond.
Yeah, I stab it anyway for good measure.
PTSD with carpets.
I'm never going to be able to use carpets in a map again without somebody going, nope, and just stabbing it.
Yep.
So the great thing is that next time you don't have to use the smothering rug, you could just use mimics. And then make everyone paranoid about doors.
I mean,
The
my
door
favorite
grows
thing-
arms.
My favorite thing about that fight was that apparently none of you do slashing damage. Everybody does piercing or bludgeoning.
Yep.
I do force damage.
The rug had resistance to non-magical piercing and bludgeoning damage, and vulnerability to slashing because it's a rug. The chest is not locked. There is not much in it, however. There's about 50 gold pieces and a pouch and another journal. This one's signed Maggie.
Oh yeah, let's read that diary.
It details the thoughts and concerns of a young woman who wants to get her grandmother out of this town. She thinks very poorly of Deacon's Bend, save for the mild crush she was nursing on Ara Tolix, the bartender at the Verdant Corner. There was thoughts toward the end of toward the back of the book of maybe trying to get Aura to get out of here too. This place is unwelcoming, she said. She writes, this place is dire and strange, and she doesn't want she doesn't want her grandmother living here any further. She says her grandmother is about the only family she really has left after all this time, and she wants to try and save her and get her out of town from whatever strange things are going on here. Obviously, that didn't go well. Y'all still there?
No, we're all dead.
Are these all chests?
Yes. Wooden chests rather than
Oh.
metal chests.
Let's start
Okay.
ripping them open. What's up?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna stand here at a fairly safe distance and try and see if I can detect any magical magic emanating from any of.
Not immediately.
Well, what about eventually?
Nope. No magic. Well, I mean, no magic there. You obviously detect magic coming off of that pentagram.
Yeah, I'm
Necromancy.
getting like a sunburn over there. Necromancy.
Mm-hmm. No, fuck me. I'm sorry. That's wrong game. Transmutation magic. Transmutation magic. Jesus Christ. I'm running too many goddamn D&D games.
I'm flipping, trying to see what's significant about transmutation. Give me a rundown quickly.
Transmutation magic typically is used in the changing of one thing to another. It's used in spells such as polymorph, flesh into stone, and other spells that morph one item or person into another item or person.
And what color is the magical energy coming off of it?
It is a light green, pale green color. I didn't have a green pentagram available. I apologize.
The tone of the color makes me slightly sick for some reason.
Yes. This one
Oh,
time
thank you.
at Bard Camp,
I mean, okay. If there's nothing, we're still gonna let Oscar Meow check him out. Cat check. Make sure none of these are trapped in any way.
I bet they are. All right, let's check out this left one.
all right. You find some dried and preserved meats, and dried out dates and raisins. Some beef jerky and raisins, basically. Sacks of them in this one chest. If you wanted to, you could construct about 10 days worth of rations out of the food in here.
I'm gonna grab a handful of beef jerky and chuck it in my mouth and start chewing and step over to the next chest.
Okay. This one really contains not much of anything. A bunch of bits and baubles, some sewing materials, and some hemp and sackcloth that has not yet been turned into clothing.
Okay. I'll keep on opening.
Are you skipping the center one?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I'll open them in order, I guess.
Okay, I need you to hang on for a second.
Okay.
You didn't roll a perception check or anything. So You put your hand on the chest. The top of it feels very sticky. You find yourself unable to pull your hand away.
Yeah, it's a mimic.
That's a bad idea.
The lid of the chest slowly opens, and inside is a long, loping tongue.
I
Slides out of the now gaping maw of a mimic.
Oh,
I
fuck.
turn around to
I
watch in
mention a
horror as
mimic, and a
Oscar Mao
mimic
is about
appears.
to get eaten.
The mimic was there beforehand. I can prove it.
Sure, it was.
They
Pixar
all
didn't
dead.
happen.
So grappled.
4 little golden eyes wink into existence along the top of the chest. Purple gums slavering with saliva and adhesive as the rows of teeth glisten in the sunlight coming through the window. It has a surprise round while you are adhered to it.
Woo!
Oh.
And it's going to try to bite you. I know we're doing surprise rounds kind of weirdly, but I'm gonna. Do you guys want to keep the initiative you had before? Or do you want to roll new?
I
would
like
to
rolling
roll again.
dice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and roll initiative, and then the mimic gets its own round to do stuff before we go into the normal initiative. Terrell, one day you're gonna roll good on initiative.
Nope.
I need initiatives from. There you are. And I need an initiative from Phantom, please.
Do. Hey. Did not have my token selected. Woo!
Y'all gotta click your tokens.
Don't.
All right. So
Wait,
everybody is
I did.
surprised. You're good. You're good. No, it was Gray and Dorman that I had to put in. So not not a big deal. That sounded more irritated than I actually was. I apologize.
You know, okay.
Everybody is surprised on this round except the mimic, which gets to try and bite Oscar with advantage, since the mimic has this feature. 23 hits.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you take 12 damage total, 6 of it piercing, 6 of it acid, as the adhesive begins to burn your skin while these teeth clamp down on your forearm.
I watch in horror.
All right.
The horror!
At the top of the round, it's Gray Malakov's turn. Keep in mind, this is not like the carpet. Any damage done to the mimic is solely done to the mimic. You're not hitting other players.
I hear a commotion. Oh wait, that's right. It's in this room. Yeah. So for some reason, I was thinking it was in the other room. Let me. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna cast Old Faithful and miss. Why is it I always miss when I do 10 damage?
Because it wants you to suffer, Phantom.
Yeah, and then I hit and I do 1 damage.
Yep, that's a miss. It hits the side of the mimic and it doesn't do any damage to anything fleshy. So it seems to kind of glance off the mimic side. Do you want to move or anything?
No, I'm good.
Emmerith, your turn.
We're gonna try and move over towards,
Sorry.
kind of this door,
You're fine.
and let everybody know in the room what's going on. And then we're going to cast Witch Bolt at that mimic.
Okay. Oscar, I feel bad for you, bud.
No, it's okay.
Are you ready to die?
Yeah, I'm ready to die.
That's a miss.
I'm not gonna listen to Imloreth ever again.
Emilrith let you sleep in his room though.
Yeah, but then he just told me to open up these boxes. He said we're safe.
I thought you were check. I thought I told you to check them from traps. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Check them out.
Emilrith, that is a miss. Oscar, is your turn.
I am going to try the escape DC at disadvantage.
Yeah, you know it.
Yes.
Yeah, you slip free.
And I can move now, right?
Yep.
I am subject to an attack of opportunity, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of that, I'm going to Healing Word myself, which is a bonus action. Ooh, can I? Ooh. I think I can upcast that. Yeah, I still have a slot. I've been saving my slots. Yeah, I'm going to upcast Healing Word bonus action.
All right, you heal 10 hit points.
And what the fuck? I don't want to be near this thing. Oscar really doesn't. Yeah, want. Oscar really doesn't want to be near this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck out of there.
All right, he's gonna try to hit you with that tongue. Does the 13 hit?
13 is not a hit.
All right, you slip away, barely dodging out of the way as this tongue whips over your head, making a lashing sound in the air as it snaps caught and then retracts into the mimic's mouth. Not Apotham, it is your turn.
I'm using fuck out.
Wait a second. Is pulling out my short bow a move action or a standard action?
Move action. I usually count drawing weapons as move actions.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out my short bow as a move action, and I want to take a shot at it.
Okay. So that is a hit, and you deal 8 piercing damage. You land a shot in its mouth. You can see the arrow strike deep into one of its gums, and then it brings those teeth down to this gnashing bite and just demolishes the arrow, swallowing the splinters. And it makes this sort of sound. Dorman, it is your turn.
Okay, so Dorman, hearing this commotion, is going to boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
And just, oh, by the gods, is there anything not trying to kill us in this hellish place? And I'm going to bonus action cast Hex, placing a curse on it. Yep. And I'm going to say this thing has disadvantage on strength ability checks from now on.
Got you.
And once that is done, I will then, as my action, throw up my hand and cast Eldritch Blast because fuck this house. Guessing a 10 does not hit.
10 does not hit. You hexed it, right? Does that give you advantage on attacks against it?
No, it just means that if I hit it, I deal an extra d6 of damage.
Gotcha. It begins to drag its amorphous, strange body. The flesh on the exterior of it still resembling that wood finish of the surrounding chests. It starts to drag its body over toward Immelrith, and then it's going to dash to get closer to Immelrith. But then that's its turn. It's now sitting here next to Apotham and Immelrith. Its tongue waving eagerly around in its mouth. Terrell, it's your turn.
Oh yeah. Let's go. 5, 10, 15. You said we can attack around corners, or do you want me to go like here?
No, you'll need to kind of go around the corner. It's going to have a little bit of a higher AC because the way of the angle, but you can swing at that.
That's fine. Let's take a swing.
Okay. A 16 will do it. 6 bludgeoning damage. You give it a good smack on the top of the head. You hear something crack under that wood-colored flesh, and the mimic snarls in pain. Top of the round, Grey Malikov. It is your turn, sir.
I am going to continue blasting.
Okay. 22 hits. You deal 2 fire damage. You land a firebolt in this thing's mouth. Its gaping maw, and a thin trail of smoke curls upward from the singed flesh on the inside of its gums. Gonna move or anything?
Nah, I'm good where I am.
All right. Emelrith, it is your turn.
Fuck yeah, I'm not comfortable, so I'll just disengage and move away.
Okay.
Like right.
Fair enough. And that's a disengage and a move. So that's
That's
your
it.
turn.
Yes.
Oscar, your turn.
I'm not very happy about this situation at all.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's in character, you know. I'm gonna poke up out of this room and I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna see that you guys are still fighting that thing. I'm gonna sing a little ditty about kicking
Jack and Diane.
ass. And I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to I think Dorman deserves it.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna run back in this room and hide.
All right. Not Apotham. It is your turn.
Well, shit. It's next to me.
It's next to you.
But I can switch weapons with my move action
Yeah.
and then stab it like this and knock it crap. And then disengage as my bonus action, which I'm going to do like
Okay.
this. And hide behind the bed.
You can't move. That was your move action to switch your weapon.
Oh, right.
No, it's
Wait.
not a move action to switch your weapon. You could so you can draw and stow a weapon as part of an attack, or as just like a free non-action essentially. But if you want to
Really?
actually, yes, if you want to take a weapon out, you can't take a weapon out and draw one. I don't think within the exact same like non-action. It's just something you can't do. You could drop an existing weapon and then draw one from what you're holding, and they do that as a part of an attack. That's totally because within the scope of things.
Oh, I can draw or stow as a free action, but I can't do both in the same turn. That's what it is. And if I wanna... Oh. So yeah, I just drop my bow, pull out my sword, and do that. And then run and disengage.
Yeah, okay. Sure. That makes sense. Thank you, Phantom, for the heads up on these. I'm a little running 2 systems has left me a little bit
It gives you
unsure of some of these mechanics.
Yeah, it's addition confusion, and that's totally fine. Yeah, like if this ever becomes annoying to me, just spouting out mechanics, please someone tell me, because it's I'm a DM as well, so knowing all this shit off the top of my head, since I only run 5th edition games, is part of my things that I do.
You're fine. I'll let you know if like we need to tone it back a little bit. I wouldn't call it annoying. But
Yeah, I
right
mean,
for the moment,
some it depends on who you're talking to. Some people are like, "Oh yeah, someone spouting off the mechanics all the time is rules lawyering," and then other people are like, "No, that's just being familiar with the rules." So that's a kind of per person basis there.
I encourage anybody who has an issue with that to please let us know politely so that we can handle it. But as far as I know, we're just making sure we get the game right. So, that being said, yeah, we're all learning the game. I run too many games and too many editions to really dig into some of this stuff, so I think it's helpful for the most part. But I think that brings us to Dorman's turn. Dorman, what you gonna
Yeah.
do? Thing is
So
next.
okay, so I have Bardic Inspiration. Inspiration die. Ability check die. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm going to do then, fuck it. I am going to. That thing's still well within range. Cast Eldritch Blast again. It's still hexed because I'm maintaining concentration on that. And then depending on how this goes, I might use that Bardic Inspiration. I'm not going to use that Bardic Inspiration on this.
That's a solid hit.
Okay. And only roll that extra damage. And that's 6 necrotic damage on top. Nice.
The mimic is looking really fucking hurt.
With that done.
That Eldritch Blast lunges into its mouth, and you hear sort of a muted boom as it slams into the back of this thing's throat and just bubbles outward, and the whole mime shakes with the force of the magic that just went off inside it.
The hunt comes for you. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, it is the mimic's turn. Bereft of any other targets, it's going to try and go after Terrell with a pseudopod, which means its tongue. It is still roughly in the shape of a chest. I need to note this because it still has its adhesive trait. And it crits.
Ouchie.
You take 15 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. The tongue sticks to you, and you find yourself unable to pull away from the mimic as it drags you towards its mouth. It is your turn, Terrell.
Let's just swing back. Screw this guy. Yeah. Get off me, follow box.
All right, yeah, you take a whack at him, even with disadvantage because you're grappled. You deal 10 bludgeon damage. You slam your warhammer into the top jaw, or not the top jaw, the jawbone of this thing, smashing the head of your hammer into just a nest of those sharpened, glistening teeth, and they smash apart. You just smash part of this thing's mouth off with this solid blow to its jaw. The mime begins to bleed purple ichor all over the room from the new wounds along its mouth, and you hear just this. Shouldn't have done that. Top of the round, Gray Malikov.
I think I'm gonna continue doing the same shit.
You're gonna have to move to do it because it's.
Yeah, you're right. Is that within line of sight of me, or is that thing in the way?
That is not line of sight.
Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Then I'm just going to spend my action to dash, move up here, and then call it good.
Okay. Immel Rith. Mr. Rith, if you would.
Just to let you guys know, I'm not looking good right now. I'm looking ragged and tired, and like I'm really out of resources over here. So I'm going to try and cast Frostbite on it against a
Okay.
DC 13.
Is it a con save?
Yes, sir.
It fails.
So 1d6.
Roll it. Ice creeps over the thing's flesh as the air around it chills, and you see parts of that wood-colored flesh turn blue beneath the sudden assault of cold air. And it starts to shiver and tense, having a hard time holding on to its grip of Terrell. Oscar, it's your turn.
I don't think there's any way I can get there.
No.
There's no way I could get there. I'm gonna take a couple steps out here. I'm gonna cast a Mage Hand, and I'm gonna try to open that treasure chest.
It pops open with no problems. Inside are some silver, like some cookware, not silverware. There's some cookware. It's mostly clay, ceramic pots, and plates and bowls.
Confirmed.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Not Apotham. It is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to step up and stab it with my sword.
Okay.
I miss.
You miss.
Wait, do I get advantage because I have an adjacent ally? Because I'm a rogue and I get the sneak attack thing?
I think you have to be the swashbuckler for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
that
mind
No,
then.
that's the opposite of swashbuckler. Hang on.
What are you talking about?
Sneak attack occurs if there's an ally within 5 feet, but it doesn't automatically grant advantage, does it?
No.
No.
Yeah, and if there's an ally within 5 feet, then yes. But not if it doesn't. You also get sneak attack if you have advantage.
Okay, so sneak attack will proc if there's an ally within 5 feet, but sneak attack itself does not grant advantage.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, that settles that.
You want to move, or are you gonna just hang out?
Well, I moved already.
Quick
That
thing.
wasn't your. Go ahead.
Are you using the optional flanking rules?
Yeah, that can grant advantage. Optional flanking rules can.
I am in this game. You have to be on opposite sides of it for it to work.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
I didn't know that counted. Otherwise, I would have done that. But whatever. Anyway, I take 3 feet movement and I use my free bonus action to disengage.
Got you. Dorman, it is your turn, sir.
still pissed off, he's going to sprint to here. That's 30 feet. Yep, 30 feet. And hold his blasting rod up and snarl something in Sylvan. Fuck.
They miss.
Yeah. I missed the thing. It like splashes against the wall just past Apotham.
The mimic is going to bite its prey, its grappled prey, Terrell. Remember, it has advantage.
Shouldn't it have disadvantage because of frostbite?
Oh yeah, no. So it doesn't have advantage or disadvantage. It just has a normal attack. So we take the attack on the left, higher or lower. Neither one's going to hit anyway. Terrell, you kind of get your shield up, and the teeth clang against it, scratching down the face of your shield, but it can't get a good bite on you. It's looking real beat up. Terrell, it's your turn.
I think we're just gonna keep swinging. Take this
Okay.
box of death.
Solid hit. More of those teeth are knocked out of its mouth. It is bleeding badly.
Just die already.
Gray Malikov, it is your turn. Phantom, I'm sorry.
All good. Move there. And then
Dude, you're cursed. You're cursed.
Well, I mean, even just the 3 is
Slow.
exactly enough to.
slow creep.
Use it.
I'm sorry. It's just been like steady. Yeah, when it kills it.
Yep. You it sort of hears you moving to the north part of the room and turns just slightly, its tongue still clenched around Terrell's forearm, and as it turns, its mouth is just wide open enough for you to slip a firebolt between its teeth, and the firebolt lunges into the shadow, the cavernous shadow of that mouth before the light blooms up out of its throat, and it just shudders as the flames rip through it, and then the top half of it tilts backward, and the mimic goes motionless, the tongue going limp.
Sweet. Prevented it from taking another turn. But don't worry, guys. Next hit I get, I'll do 4 damage. It was just like 1 damage. Next hit, 2 damage. This hit, 3 damage. Aw, yeah.
Oh, that mimic's attack wouldn't have done much damage if it did hit.
I'm
Well,
gonna do my
then.
favorite thing and touch myself.
Are we quite done fighting furniture?
Yeah, I need a drink. I'm done with this place. I hope that bird's not still out there.
You step outside and you guys watch as the cat's carried off by a giant owl.
No, I didn't step outside.
Dorm's just like, brother?
The door's a mimic.
I won't.
So 2 things are going to happen. We're going to stop the session here because it's 10:11, where our good pals Jay and Brian are. And we want to kind of cut the session here so they can go to bed. I know Brian's got work in the morning at least, and I think Jay does too.
Yeah.
We are also, because you fought 2 very powerful enemies that gave you a good what for. You are now level 4.